up, Brad?
Yo. Welcome back. How's it feel to know that you're now full go, ready to play, and get back to what you like to do, love to do?
I'm excited. It's been a process for sure. It's been a game of patience, but I'm definitely ready for sure. I'm excited about it.
Curious just about the process, and you went from looked like you weren't going to play, and then being out, and then 4 weeks later we're here. So I'm curious, just that roller coaster, and then working through what you had to work through to get back.
It was more mental than anything. Obviously, a lot of things were out of my control. I mean, nobody's in control of being injured. I think that's probably one of the biggest frustrations that a player can have. And then the frustration part of just it would literally being a kind of a day-to-day process, of how you feel, the recovery process the day after from working and putting your body through the stress. So it was definitely a mental challenge for sure of just getting over the hump in the last few weeks. But we have a great staff here. It pushed me to the limits to get me back, get me stronger, and making sure I'm in a good place before coming back out again.
One of the things that's been interesting that you haven't started a game with Devin yet. How is that going to be? How excited are you that you're finally going to share the court with him in the regular season game?
Beyond excited, man. He's playing at an elite level right now. It was tough. It was tough the last couple of games, just seeing him be double team, triple team, and I'm like, that's what we want to avoid. That's what we're trying to stay away from. So I'm definitely happy that I can come in and fill that void for him, relieve a little bit of pressure, and just try to keep uplifting his play because he's playing at an elite level right now. I just want him to stay right where he's at mentally, and however I can help contribute to that, that's what I'm gonna do.
How are you trying to? You've watched him play now. Where do you see yourself fitting and trying to fit in? Early on once you get back.
There's a few areas. I'm not gonna give out all my secrets, but it's definitely gonna be it's gonna be a fun game. I think just from our love of the game and our passion, and just joy we have on the floor. I'm just excited to be a part of that. But just where being out the last month, 2 months, I can see plenty of where I can lead, where I can, find my niche on the team, and where I can be aggressive and help us out a lot for sure.
Katie has talked about how he's helped you a little bit in this process, teaching that great patience. How has maybe the team helped you during this stretch?
A lot, because honestly, I probably would have played and been hard-headed probably through the process if I didn't listen to my teammates. I think they more or less gave me more confidence and just kind of made me feel better about the situation. Like, it sucks to be hurt. Like, nobody wants to be hurt, and especially when there's somebody who they look at you to help contribute to the success of the team. So I hate to be in that position, but to hear it from Kay and hear it from Book, you're like, take your time, make sure you're 100%. Like, we got it. We have more than enough to stay afloat and push this thing to where we want to go. We need you, down the stretch. And so, like, that made me feel awesome every single day. It frustrated me, because I wanted to be out there super bad, and I wanted to be out there with them. But more than anything, man, it just speaks volumes of them, of their character, and just their mindset when it comes to us as players.
In terms of helping lead this Suns team, what is leading them look like to you?
It's a collective effort. Obviously, we have a three-headed snake, and it's kind of go as we go type of atmosphere. But more than anything, it's just the approach, and having the accountability, the self-accountability between myself, Kay, and D-Book. Like, if we all are accountable with each other, that just trickles down to the rest of the team. And I think that'll propel us into a direction we need to go, And I think just from our mindsets of just being hoopers, and loving the game, and I think it'll make it easy for us to do so. But it'll be collective. We have a lot of vets, which helps. We don't have to do a lot of teaching. We don't have to stop and kind of mentor a lot of or things like that. So it's cool to be able to hit the ground running and be able to implement, do things on the fly. But we have good character guys, so it's very easy to kind of lead and keep our camaraderie the way it is.
You mentioned the mental process of getting back. Do diligence every day to get your body right. When you're dealing with that, all the eagerness to see you guys in your full form, how do you kind of chug through that? What's the feeling now that you finally are back? Is it relief, hunger, excitement, all of the above?
I mean, it's all of the above. But I'm happy to be back on the floor. You know, I'm just blessed to be back on the floor, blessed to be healthy, blessed to have an opportunity to play this game. You know, I love it dearly. I'm on an awesome organization. I just want to be able to go out there and have fun just playing here. You know, so obviously I'm excited about it, but to me, this is year 12. It's another game. I'm locked in. How I can help this team win and push us forward.
You've been out for an extensive period of time when you were in Washington, and it was different where they were more relying on you as the guy. But now that you're here, is it kind of like less pressure or more because of the hype around the big 3 year?
Pressure is always a funny word because everybody has a different definition and expectation of pressure. But I mean, we obviously have our goals and our expectations of what we can be and what we can do. Like you said, it's totally different than being in Washington where I had to carry a lot of that load and availability and being on the floor. And it's not like that here, you know. So that definitely played a role until, like I said earlier, like having teammates that encourage you to take your time, you know, whatever it takes, you know, for you to be healthy, do that. You know, however much time it takes, you know, take that time. And that's very encouraging, you know. So I'm just happy that I can be a part of a team like that. And I'm excited to be back and stay back.
You're even going against your old team, you know, this Sunday. So, you know, if you're going to play, so how does that feel going up this 4-game stretch and ending with that 4-game with that game against Washington?
That's another game, brother. I'm excited about it, but I'm worried about tomorrow. You know, DC is just another team that we have to play. You know, I'm excited to see my guys and my friends from the organization for many of years that I've had there, but we're still trying to beat them. So.
Brad, there's been a lot of pressure on Book to be the point guard and kind of the primary ball handler for you guys. What do you think you're going to be able to provide now that you're back and you guys will kind of be able to share point guard duties, if you will?
Hopefully just relieve some of that pressure off the Book and allow him to be a legit scorer as he is and focus on that.
Brad, the physical positives at its worst, like what was the back going through? Was it tough to sit down or sleep or anything like that?
All of the above. Yeah.
What
Back's so frustrating.
That coach and a lot of players have complimented you for how active you've been on the bench, just communicating. So how important was that for you just to stay in constant communication with the team even though you're going through a tough
Super important. You know, you got to be able to, for one, stay engaged. Like I said before, we're a team that doesn't have a lot of young guys, so we put in a lot of plays, we put in a lot of schemes, and I got to learn those. I can't come back and be the only guy out there not knowing the playbook. So I think just staying engaged at all times, like it's a totally different perspective being on the bench than being on the floor. Sometimes we may see things over there that guys on the floor don't see and vice versa, and when we're on the floor, it's totally different than being on the bench and, you're reacting, in live time. So it's, for me, it was a learning experience for sure. And however I can help encourage guys, teach guys, especially to help make the game easier for everybody, I'm going to try to do that. I'm a little nerd when it comes to it. Sure.
Wayne, last one.
No, I was just curious, what exactly was wrong with your back? Like, what was it exactly like? I mean, I'm seeing strain, but that just feels, it just looks easier. I mean, is it more than just a strain? Because it's being out that long, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, it was more than a strain. Yeah. I can't give you all the details. I would be here all day.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.